Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's reading is going to be for Scorpio. This is going to be for June of 2020. Who's coming towards you? Um, we're not doing a particular time frame on these, just June. I do have it sort of set for more of the first 2 weeks, but it really can pertain to any month, any part of the month of June. The moon cycle right now is in the waxing crescent, which is currently in Libra, but by the time I upload these videos, it will probably be in Scorpio. Now, please take note that on Friday, June 5th, it is going to be the full moon, and it is going to also be the Sagittarius lunar eclipse. This is a really important time right now. This is something that I talked about a couple of weeks ago in some of my past readings. I would say maybe about 3 weeks ago or so. About how the moon is in a square with Mars. Well, that energy is in astrology impulsive and angry energy. So obviously we are having some really intense things happening in the world right now. So this really makes sense. Also, the moon is opposite of Venus retrograde, which is an omen for it's a bad omen for relationships. Okay, so you could be suffering, some of you could be suffering in relationships right now. It could be definitely be an issue. One of the good things, though, I do want to reiterate about lunar eclipses is that they help release emotional baggage. Just keep in mind that that's what it does, and it can actually release up to 6 months of emotional baggage if you do the correct meditation and the correct types of just steps. There's steps that you can take during this time that can help you move forward. There's also some other things that I don't want to say on the channel that kind of might happen during this time. You're more than welcome to Google it. If you just want to Google, June 2020 lunar eclipse and read through, find something that's pretty reputable that will actually have like the sign, the map drawn out for you. That should give you the indication of what I'm talking about. So we're going to jump into the reading. We're going to do Scorpio, and cross watchers are welcome. Keep in mind that this reading won't resonate with everybody because it's just general. I did pre-shuffle the cards, and I'm just going to flip them right out. Bottom of the deck, I do have the Hanged Man. So the first card that came up is the Eight of Cups. It's in the reverse. This is walking away. This is the energy of somebody leaving a situation. It is in the reverse, though. This could be somebody thinking about coming back to a situation that they walked away from. So it's who's coming towards you. So somebody is thinking about coming back towards a situation. This could be you, this could be the other person that you're dealing with, but the energy of that is definitely here. Somebody's thinking about that. That's definitely in their thought pattern, that's in their thought process, which means that they're putting it into the frequency, they're putting it out into the energy. Okay. The next card I have is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card to indicate that you are on your path. You are where you need to be right now, today, this very moment. All of the experiences that you've gone through and that you have had have led you up to this point today, meaning that the astrology is trying to tell you that even if you're confused or have questions or uncertainties, you are actually on your correct path. So this is always a great message when the tarot wants to give you this card, because it lets you know, that you're not lost. So if you feel lost, Scorpio, just know that you're not lost, okay? Now, I feel like this next card kind of really correlates with that Eight of Cups. We have the Devil card. It is in the reverse, okay? Now, keep in mind, when this card shows up, it's usually because there are substances, there is an abuse of substance, an overabundance of too much fun things that can turn into, obviously, really bad repercussions. Too much drinking, too much smoking, too much sex. Any of those things can pertain just too much video games, even maybe just too much fighting, too much, just anything that is beyond moderation that is actually not good for you. It's not giving you anything positive in your life. Now, this is in the reverse, so I do feel like a correlation with this Eight of Cups, okay, is to try to remember why you walked away, or they did. What was it that caused that feeling so strong that the person had to detach? And so I feel like the tarot is trying to let you know, hey, don't forget, what these problems were. What were the problems? What did you start drinking too much when you guys broke up? Did you start drinking too much just when there was things became stressful, fighting? Like, it's like little things like that. You have to try to remember those things. Those things were real. Those things existed. Those are a thing for you. Okay. And so I think the tarot wants you to try to remember those things maybe before you start thinking about going back to this person. Don't forget what it was that made you walk away. Or if this person walked away from you, maybe they had these toxic energies about them and around them, okay? And now that the person is gone out of your life, those toxic energies are also gone out of your life. So if this person does decide to come back, or you decide to have them come back into your life, you might be welcoming in those bad energies again. So I think the tarot is trying to give you a message to watch out for this heavily. Bottom of the deck, Hanged Man, somebody is thinking about a situation. They're thinking about the relationship. They're looking at it from a different point of view. They're looking at it from every kind of point of view. This could be somebody who has really gone way back into thinking about old past memories, old past situations, the good, the bad, however, whatever it is that they're thinking, but they're also just looking at it from just different angles, different points of view. They're just someone's trying to figure some shit out because they just keep looking at it, from all angles. So I'm going to clarify some more of these cards and see if we can get a little bit more information from the tarot and see why the Eight of Cups is here in the reverse. This is for Scorpio. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting. So yes, the person that walked away, they just didn't want to work for that anymore. They didn't have any more passion that they wanted to put into this situation. They didn't want to put any more time, any more effort into this situation. Okay. So I think that's a real issue, because I feel like somebody probably feels like they might have wasted a lot of their time and a lot of their efforts because someone walked away, right? And we have 8 and 8, 16. So it's possible that maybe around the 16th, that's when this person might reach out to you, or maybe you might reach out to this person is around the 16th. That's when they might make that decision to return to whatever it was that they walked away from, right? Let's see why the Wheel of Fortune is here. This is for Scorpio. 5 of Cups. So like I said, even though you might be feeling like unsure if you're on your path, you are on your path. But I feel like you're sad because you're looking at the things that you have lost and not the things that you have left or have to gain or have gained. You're more focused on what's not there versus what's still there. And this has made you depressed. Some of you could be very depressed. Some of you could even have like suicidal thoughts depressed, or you did at some point. But there is a deep, deep, dark sadness that somebody is harboring inside of them. And if it isn't you, it's the other person. As if somebody is feeling like they just can't differ their attention off of what it is that's gone. That they're mourning. They're literally feeling like a death, like they have lost something, and it's like a death for them in their life. I feel like a very heavy, heavy load of depression here. Okay. But I feel like the tarot is trying to give information and give light to you by telling you that it's okay that you were supposed to go through this situation. I mean, it's totally unfortunate, but it's part of your path. Okay. So let's get a card for the devil. Why is the devil here in the reverse? This is for Scorpio, June of 2020. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So being single seems to be an issue for somebody. Somebody doesn't want to be single. I think somebody is even willing to deal with those addictions, those bad things that we talked about, just so that they don't have to be single. Okay? And I have seen this before. I've seen this before in person with other people, and it can be very, very ugly and destructive, and it can even disrupt other people around you, not just you. But I feel like somebody just doesn't want to be single. They don't. They want to make it work, right? Focusing on what they lost. They don't want to be single. They're willing to even take on those horrible, horrible things just so they don't have to be single and alone because they want to be with this person. I'm going to get another card for the devil in the reverse. This is for Scorpio. Nine of Cups now in the reverse. Wow. This is the numbers here are so strong, okay? And it's building up to completion numbers, but it hasn't quite reached it yet. But yeah. Okay, somebody is very, very sad that they feel like they have lost. They feel like they have lost something special, something like maybe their person, you know, their divine, it's a soulmate. Somebody feels like they have lost these things. Somebody feels like they don't have to show, you know, they used to want to maybe show you off or show them off, and it's like that's not there anymore. And this person is sad. So we have 9 and 9, 18. So this could even, you know, progress from the 16th to the 18th if you want numbers. But ultimately, somebody doesn't want to be alone at all. They are not happy with this. And they're literally considering taking on all that darkness and all of that hurt just so they don't have to be alone. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and end that right there for you, Scorpio. If you guys do want an extended reading where we can get more information out of this, go ahead and just send me an email down in the description box. And if you like this video, please leave me a comment. I would love to hear about it. I like to reply to my comments. And I'll see you guys again on the next one, okay? So be safe and please take care.